Iva Zovko. I almost started on the wrong tidbit. Iva Zovko here. Uh, um, let's talk equity. So, so, equity is what your home would sell for minus what you owe on the home. So, for simple math, if your home would sell for $200,000 and you owe $100,000, you just made $100,000 in equity. I think that a lot of homeowners get caught up with these numbers. Maybe there's neighbor's house sold for this amount, X dollars, because it was this and that. And what I think is very important is the upgrades, updates, maintaining of the home, how your home overall presents, right? So equity, that's also a factor into how much your home is going to sell for, which also then affects your equity. So I feel like it's like two levers, right? So you kind of got to like balance it out. You know, don't like set yourself up for failure by just having this expectation, and make sure that you're doing research on your realtor and that they're giving you accurate numbers, right? So right now homeowners, and so I'm looking at the computer because I don't want to get this number wrong. Homeowners are sitting on about a record of $18 trillion in equity now, per the mortgage monitor of 2026. The average mortgage holder has about $212,000 that they can actually borrow against or walk away with. Most people don't know that the number is that big. Like most people just don't know, right? But sometimes it isn't that big. Sometimes it isn't. So don't don't set yourself up for failure. Most sellers in 2026 walked away with about $110,000 in profit for owning for roughly 8 years. So remember, that was before the 2021 whole shebang. Think about that. So it's actually 8.4 years, but we're just going to call it 8 years. So it's a huge benchmark. Where do you think your equity number is? I'm curious. And what updates have you done to your home? So right now, what we're seeing in Jacksonville market specifically, a lot of homeowners either did the updates or they didn't. And I'm not just talking about the floors, the painting. I'm talking about, is your roof new? How old is your roof, right? Have you maintained your roof? Your HVAC system, that's a big major expense, and buyers right now aren't willing to take that on. That is a big thing. HVAC system, so your heating and cooling system, and water heaters, because of insurance has been a thing, but that's like it's really inexpensive. I mean, it's a couple grand, like anywhere from 1,000 to 2,000. I think I've seen one at like 2,100. It depends on the size of them, where it's located, easy accessibility, things like that. So, but those are all major updates. And sometimes homeowners will be like, "What? I painted the walls, and I get it, and I love you for that." I love you for that, because buyers will walk away over yellow walls or pink walls. I've seen it regularly, like a blue wall. I had this buyer that absolutely loved this house, but because the walls were like a deep blue, she decided no, it was too much for her to take on. I mean, I get it. She's single, she's older. Her whole reason for moving was her kids were moving away, so she didn't want to take that on. I don't blame her, right? So I say paint the walls, typically like a very white neutral color, because people can do whatever funky colors they want, but they're always gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, this color is not my color." Like, just paint them a very, very plain color that they can see themselves like doing the updates to. Um, there's definitely a lot of wealth in owning a home. So, and there's also a lot, it does take money to maintain the home. So, something else that I see, right, is like floors. Um, Floors definitely help. People hate carpet right now, hate carpet. And then, there's especially, you don't know if people walk with shoes or didn't walk with shoes. Like everyone has an opinion on that. And they're buying this home. They want to be comfortable in this home. And you want them to feel like they can be comfortable in this home. So they will buy it. Um, it that definitely, like, it overall presentation absolutely helps, because when you bought the home, you probably were looking at the same thing. Some people are willing to take on the work, or maybe some people even like the blue walls, right? Some people, it's like that they buy the house because that they don't have to do the work, but you're taking a risk when you skip out on certain things, especially like I love pets. I have pets. I love them so, so much. But oh my goodness, are they messy? Do they stink? Like, if you don't, even if you maintain them well, right? Like, they go outside, they smell like the heat or the weather smell, right? And so that comes into the house. So, like, are you changing your filters to your systems regularly? Like, the filters to the system doesn't affect the equity of the home, but if you're not maintaining this, it does. So, I say be mindful. I definitely say be mindful of what you're doing, especially if you have intentions of selling. So, like, if you're looking at doing, if you're thinking about selling and you're like, I want to do the big slat walls, well, that's a trendy, it's a aesthetically appealing thing. Not everybody loves that. So I personally wouldn't invest in that. I mean, it's a couple $1,000s. Like, you could paint a whole house for a couple $1,000s. I'd say paint the house. Don't worry about updating it to the most trendy. Um, Trends always go away. They always go away. So, like, even if you redo your whole kitchen, think about what you're doing. If you are doing something very abstract because you love it, do it. It's your home. But if you know you're going to sell in a year or 2 years, then maybe don't do something as abstract and wait for that for the next home, and you can prepare, right? And typically the most abstract things, right, like the whatever, like the slat walls, and then like the most, those tiles that have like all of the designs, and um like the individual ones, or the what am I thinking of? Can't think of the name, the the name of the shape, but the fancy tiles. You know what I'm talking about. They're beautiful. They're very beautiful, but they're very expensive. And you could put that money into something else when you're going to sell it. Like making sure your systems are up to date. Maybe you need a new water heater, because even if the water heater is working, if it is over a certain age, like there's some insurances that will flag it, or buyers will get charged a premium for that. I mean, you could be getting charged a premium for that. I mean, that's something I would look into, right? Um, Plumbing. So, like, if you have a very, very, like, a historic home or something like that, I would like PVC. That definitely affects the equity of the home, because, like, the insurance won't take polybutylene pipes. So, you should really, like, think about that, right? Think about these things, especially like if you're, even if you're like, if you're buying, right, your next home that you're buying, if you know that your next home you're likely to move, I still would wait to do the things that you absolutely, I'm not saying don't enjoy your home. I'm not saying like, and there's like backsplashes, like a beautiful backsplash is amazing, but make sure that it's all well presented. I had a buyer, she, love her to pieces. She's buying a condo though, and she is like painting like doing like pink, and it's her first condo, and she'll probably live there forever. So, but she's doing some very like abstract things that most buyers are gonna possibly run away from, possibly. 90% of them aren't gonna like pink everything, you know. So I think that that's a thing that a lot of people, especially with home ownership, think kind of short term when they're doing certain things, which is great. Again, enjoy your home. But if there's a possibility that you're going to sell, be mindful of the upgrades that you're doing, because you want to make sure that you're helping your equity and you're not hurting it. And you don't have to come out of money when you're selling this house because a buyer's now negotiated $10,000 in concessions because you need a hot water heater, you need a good, good painting, you need, because I mean it's huge. So overall, I'd say like maintenance is like the most important, the absolute most important, and that comes to like major systems, baseboards, the inside, like cleaning. Like I would get regular cleanings, and you're probably gonna have to do a deep clean before you go to market because that's just real. Like we live in these houses, it's normal. It is so normal, but we want to list it with our best foot forward. We want to present it as the best that we can, because again, what we're seeing, and that's just typically all the way around. If a house is presented well, doesn't smell like pets, has had the deep clean, has had some of the upgrades, or has been painted because the walls were of a crazy color. Black walls are a thing now. I don't. When did that become a thing? I don't like that. Are there people that like that? Absolutely. If two houses were listed next to each other and I was looking at buying them and they were very similar, I would probably go with the one that didn't have the black walls. Because black is also very hard to cover. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a painter. And my experience in painting, because I'm a DIY girl, painting is awful. Painting is awful. And like it takes a lot of time. Like it takes a lot of time and you feel like you saved money, but like these professionals come in and they spray it in a day or half a day. And then you're like, I would have spent a week doing that. I did it. I did it in my rental. And I'm like, I'll never do it again. So that's why I think about those things, right? And buyers do too, especially like if it's a first time home buyer, they don't want to take that on. Like they're probably already maxing out their budget to get your house. So be kind to them. um, I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, like please let me know. Drop them in the DM, like, follow, share, all of the things. I can't wait to talk to you more. And you can always set up an appointment with me